But here, well, I tell you, these guys, man, they love the abuse of failing. They do. They love the abuse of failing. So, this is what I'm telling you. My theory here. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. You know, we got several people out there, these trolls at the end of the day, trying to make our product. You know what's sad about this? They keep failing. Jamie failed in 2 attempts to make our product and failed miserably. And then we gave him a couple attempts more to make it, and he couldn't do it. We also made the black version, help him out a little bit because he was very poor at making the product. So we gave him, we made a black version for him. So this is supposed to be from Silentwake5. This is supposed to be our free screen paint mix right here. This is how it's supposed to be made. And again, I already see 2 mistakes already. I told you we made a version that was super jet black. It had heavy crystals in it, and again, it couldn't match our products. This right here has silver and white in it. It's exactly the same thing as what Jamie tried to do by putting silver and white in the paint. Came up with the great product, and then they put mid wax into it. I don't know what the freak that would be for. I don't know. That's just actually stupid. But anyway, we'll make this mess today, and we'll basically put it against our product. And again, it won't match again. That's why I call it a fail from the door, because I'm calling it like it is. All these ingredients they have here, this is crap. That's actually crap. Doesn't make it look like sound like it's complicated. So basically, they have silver paint. You can get that anywhere. This is why I know this is actually Jamie's demonstration and not his, because right now Jamie can't come out and do this demonstration because he's already failed in 2 attempts. So he's trying to make it sound like somebody else came up with the idea. The reason why this particular form of paint right here, Jamie uses this a lot in his paints and his demonstrations, and I'll show you why. Black and white house paint challenge. I actually have one for that. Here it is right here. The reason why we know, basically, this is Crow's doing, because again, Crow uses a certain color of paint in his demonstrations, and I'll show you why. This right here is the Metallica Mix 2.0. It clearly has the instructions on how to make the product right there. That's how you make the Metallica Mix 2.0. 2 tablespoons of flat black paint into white paint. But I'm going to show you, look at the paint containers. See, the paint you chose, Jamie, we know for a fact that that's you right there. Not so much Silentwake5, it's you. And I'll tell you why. We're making it today. I'm definitely going to make it today. I got to buy black paint anyway. Go do some demonstrations on some products. But the reason why we know it's you, because a particular brand of paint is actually in all your video demonstrations. We noticed that. Also, too, if it was his ingredients, why didn't he make it? Why are you making it on your channel? Why didn't you make it? Which we also find kind of interesting. But again, it's the same signature. You guys are putting silver and white paint into it. When you put silver and white paint into it, it basically offs the balance. If you put a little bit of it in there, just a little bit, then your black levels are too high and the product comes out looking dark, like the one we made with the high fluorescent glitter in it. Now, this is how Jamie makes the 2.0. Do you see the container of paint right there? You are so easy. You guys do so much dirt that you literally forget the dumb stuff that you do, that we catch you in every single day. This is one of your signature products that you like to use. And that other product that came up with this black specks all over, it came up dirty. Yeah, we uploaded those in forum site. They're in there. My other forum site, they're in there crying. That paint came out so dirty and so great. It is what it is, man. The paint came out gritty. And we're making this one too. I don't have a process. This is what I find interesting. I'm the one that can come out here and do these demonstrations against my product. Where are y'all demonstrations? We must have counted 8 or 9 different versions of gray paint that you guys refuse to test. You still haven't done the slip silver. So you mean to tell me I have basically made you embarrass you guys on YouTube multiple times. Jamie failed 2 attempts to make a black product. We literally had to make it for him, and that still failed. He can't make any other product in between. From here to the end of the month, we're going to basically ask him every single day, make the product the 3rd and 4th and 5th time around. And he can't do it. We're asking him because we know he won't do it. We don't have any faith that he's going to make it. The whole purpose of asking him is to know he won't make it and to show that he can't make the product even more. That's why. Now, as for this nonsense, we know basically this comes from Jamie because Jamie uses his paint all the time to make his products. It's right there in the demonstration. You're going to deny and tell me that's not the inside of his house? Come on now. I'll come on here talking mad trash at the end of the day. Now, Silent Wake, if that is you at the end of the day, this is going to be a really bad day for you. Because again, you don't have my actual product. I can make any black paint I want at the end of the day. If it doesn't have those 4 elements, it's not going to match my technology behind me, which we did on camera. And we ended up making a black paint that was literally physically black. And basically, if I'm going to make green technology or orange technology, then it should come up orange or green, not a different color. So you failed. But you have a chance to make it again. Now, as for the paint, when he tried to paint it down, you can clearly see the paint was gritty. It was black spots all over it. It was dirty. That's the same paint that you used to make your product, and it's the same paint that's sitting on that table right now. So who came up with the idea? Was it you, or was it really Silentwake5? Who was it really? You guys are slow. Really, really slow. And that right there, that's a joke. No, we don't use that to make the black paint. It's not going to work. Number one, you got white paint. Didn't you learn any lessons from the first stupid nonsense when you put white paint into it and it didn't do too well? It came up gray. Remember that little instant that popped up? Yeah. And then you got silver up here. Let me explain something to you people. And let me explain something to the, what do you call it? The nayers at the end of the day. What are you guys going to call you something today? Let me explain something to you. You don't put silver and you don't put white in it. If you put too much of it in, you change the level of the black levels. They alter. If you put a little bit in it, then that becomes the dominant and it can't see white light, which means at the end of the day, you're going to have a dark, dirty image. The reason why I'm calling this video a fail, because when I make this product, I'm going to come back on this video and say, I told you it was going to fail. I'm telling you right now from the door, it's going to fail. It's not even going to match. Didn't we have this conversation multiple times? When I first saw the demonstration of you trying to make our product, what did I say on camera? That's going to be a bad idea. That's going to be a fail. What happened? You failed twice. Network grade 773. What did I say to you on camera? Oh, this is not going to be good. This is going to match your product. No problem whatsoever. It matched your product. No problem at all. Now I'm calling it again. That's not going to match. You don't have what it takes to draw white light from there. Demonstrations you're showing are on a standalone. The difference is that's going to be sitting against the real product at the end of the day. And then you guys are going to come in crying and whining, talking about, oh, it's going to be the ISOs. I'm calling it before you even say it. Just like we did with Jamie's paint, who came in and said, oh, I'm making a black product today. And then literally in part 2, turned around and said, oh, this is great. You guys don't know what you're doing. You're making a mess on camera. That's all you're doing. You're just messing. You're like the 5-year-old who goes into the kitchen and tries to make his mother a decent breakfast or whatever, and he's trying his hardest. The only difference is that's cute. What you guys are doing is actually embarrassing. I'm getting tired of embarrassing you guys. Now, once I complete this right here, which I've already done, 3 or 4 of these already? Once I complete this already, again, we are requesting you to test your products against great paints. Pronto. Unless you're scared. I think you are. I think you're very scared. But yeah, I'm going to definitely make this right here. Now, what you have here with this mixture you have here, again, you put in these precise measurements and all that stuff. This doesn't mean jack. You can mix this from 8 ways from Sunday and it's still going to end up the same way. It still can't produce white light. That's one of the problems you're going to have. Jamie did that demonstration where he caught himself trying to show he had the same product, and that screen was so dirty and so gritty. And at that, it was hot spotting. Colors were coming up incorrectly. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that's Danny's paint. Because Danny paint don't work with ultra short throws. He has all kinds of problems with that. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. 8 ounces mid wax, poly, clear. Let me see, ultra flat. Blah, 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 blah. There's water in this. There's literally water. What is the deal with you guys and water? My goodness. Water. This is gonna be a mess. It's definitely gonna be a mess. I'm gonna waste some money on this nonsense. What else we have here? Let's see. You know what's interesting about this? I'm gonna tell you something. This is what's funny. I was looking at for you guys to make it, but you didn't make it on camera. Well, how do we know what's over here? It's what's in here, because you never made the ingredients. That's like someone coming on and showing you how to bake a cake. They show you all the ingredients, but they never show you how to put it together. They just have, this is what it is on the ingredients. Anything could go wrong in here. Literally anything could go wrong. So how do we know what's on here is over in there? How about you do this video again and you make this do a step-by-step process and then do it? Because this sounds like at the end of the day, Jamie, this is more you than him. And the reason why? Because you failed multiple times to do this demonstration and you don't want to come on camera and you don't want to mix this to have it come out gray. So how about you basically do this? Because over there, that could be everyday black paint sitting over there. How do we know it comes from here? Watch the demonstration. They never mix it. That's basic silver. You can get that in. It's a hobby paint. I told you hobby paints. You can get that. They're cheap. I literally just said that in the demonstration when you picked up the PPJ or PPG and you only used, you paid $25 for a quart of something you only use 1 ounce for, and you claim you use it for basically coating your priming and coating for primer for your 3D printing. No. No one uses that for priming. They use primer for basically for any form of models or anything. That's what you put in your paint. But you can use anything. You can use basically apple bottom. The apple bottom makes a silver. You can use any kind if you want for silver. You don't have to use PPJ. You don't have to do that. At the end of the day, white paint, you can use any form of white paint. As you've seen in the demonstration, we made a white and black paint and we made 3 of his products. They match perfectly fine with no problem whatsoever. So you don't have to have anything special. But let me see what we have here. And they don't even post the ingredients down here. I find that strange that you have the ingredients here, but you never posted it at the bottom. Why didn't you post at the bottom? We made your product and we posted it clearly at the bottom. Had to make 3 of them. So why is it not there? You know why? Because they're not 100% sure to work. That's why. They don't know. So let's see. Anytime you're here, we're just showing instructions. That's it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to buy the Noor by itself and paint that on my screen. And then I'm going to turn around and mix it with that mess and paint that on my screen and blow that out of the water. Gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something. Don't get upset when I rub this in your face. I don't want to hear no crying, no whining, no, oh, you're not being a professional. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I'm going to rub this in your face. I'm telling you ahead of time. I know this is not going to match your stuff automatically by looking at it. We did Noor already. Literally did Noor. I told you I buy a lot of paints to put against my screen. Matter of fact, when he was over there doing about that Dynasty Black, we do that in all our demonstrations now. We're going to crush that with no problem. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. Right now, so you know, I'm going to rub this in your face. Pretty bad. Really bad. All right, so you know. I'm going to be laughing on camera, the whole 9 yards. This is going to get really bad for you. It's going to be really embarrassing. I'll even add something special to it and still blow it out of the water. As a matter of fact, I'll put some of that high-grade silver product into this too on top of that. How about that? I'll add more to it, make it more better than what you have, and still blow it out. I'm going to embarrass the daylights out of you, so you know it's coming. Now mind, we'll always go back to this video, and you can hear me say on camera, And I'm going to say mental note to Mr. Bird. When this fails, we're going to embarrass the daylights out of him. Because I want to come back to this video. It's going to be bad. It's really bad. You know, if I'm making a video I'm going to, matter of fact, I'm basically saying this before I test the product that I know it's going to fail. Oh, I'm going to come back to that. Saying that, and then, oh man, it's going to look bad. So this is for Silentwake5. And this is for Crow 1176, aka Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, who basically tried to do a demonstration on so they could make my product. Jamie's already failed 2 times in a row. We had to turn around and try to make a blacker version for him to help him out because we felt sad for him, and even that didn't match. And he still has 5 attempts to make my product, which he doesn't want to do, as you can see. But we're not seeing you make anything here. We're just showing, look. Any ingredients, anything here? Or make nothing. Nothing at all. So let me get this straight. Who the freak comes onto a YouTube channel, shows how to make a product, and doesn't make the product on camera? That's what I told you at the end of the day. He will never, I just called it. Did I not call it when I said that he can never make that product ever again or try to make it? He'll try to get it from somebody else and say, oh, they made it, and this is what happened, this is what it is. But gentlemen, you never made the product. You showed the instructions a couple of times. You basically showed what the paint is, where you can get it from. That's it. But you never made it. Why didn't you mix it together? You had the ingredients right there. Why didn't you make it? Because you're not 100%. And Crow's already struck. He can't make this because he can't deal with the embarrassment. Why didn't you post the ingredients you have here at the bottom? You did it in the last video. Why didn't you post it here? Because again, you're not 100% sure. But let's look through this. All right, so we got 1 quart. 1 quart. Ultra. This right here is the white. That's the white paint. You notice they didn't put white next to it. They should have had white right here. If you're making ingredients, put down the color. This is white because the only thing you have up there on the raspberry is basically white paint. There's no other thing up there but this. There's only 3 things up there, so that would be it right there. Nor would be the black paint right there. Wicked would be the silver right there. That's what it'd be right there. Pretty much, you don't need this particular model number at all, period. Any silver will do. Doesn't make a difference. Let's see right here we have. So I hope you're not showing more on here than what we're seeing on the table, because again, this is supposed to be the color. Why don't you just add it right there? Right there. That's what, and what do you mean by fine? That doesn't make any difference at all. Basically, fine pretty much comes in when it comes to a glitter or something like that, or mica. It comes to that, something fine. But silver is always going to be liquefied as fine. It doesn't make any sense. That's just downright stupid. But we should only have 3 items on here. This right here would be 8 ounces. This would be the color of, this would be this, and this. This is all one thing right there. That's all one thing. 8 ounces, that's the size of the container he's showing right now. That's about an 8-ounce bottle right there. So this includes this right here. That's it. That's all together. All of this is just silver paint, aka at the end of the day, just silver. That's all it is. This right here would be 1 quart. This is basically the white paint. That's what that is. And the Noor at the bottom, that's black. That's it. That's just so transparent. And the mid wax is this right here at the bottom, which I can see right there because I see the MIN, and that's basically mid wax. That's about 4. Is that 4 quart? No, not 4 quart. Sorry. That's ounces. That's definitely ounces. That'd be 8 ounces right there. That's it. So pretty much all you did was put in white, silver, the mid wax, and that's it. That's all you added in the black paint. That's it. Pretty much you just did the same thing he did in the other video, except for you, he put down silver, white, and he put down water in his. Same thing. Boy, talking about taking a stab in the dark. This is going to fail so badly, it's not funny. I don't want to hear it. You're going to get embarrassed so bad, it's going to be funny. Involving chicken and chicken. Chicken and chicken is basically Crow, and we're going to do a reenactment of you guys trying to make the paint, coming up with the idea. I wish I had a penny in the can. I don't have one around here, do I? I gotta need some sock puppets for this one. I really want to make a show out of this. This is going to be fun right here. Gentlemen, what you think? I'm scared at the end of the day? I'm going to sit and go, oh my God, I got my grid. No, what the freak are you talking about? My stuff is test. I'll blow that stuff out of the water. Are you kidding me? You see my confidence level here? Do you see the confidence level here? Yeah, I'm going to blow this stuff clean out of the water. Then I'm going to basically embarrass the daylights out of you guys at the end of the day. I'm going to embarrass the daylights out of you. And I'm going to come back to this video of me saying this after I crush you. So you should be worried right now, extremely worried. This is trash at the end of the day. This is definitely going to change the color of it. So this is what I had. The interesting thing I see here. You never made the product. There's a lot of red flags popping up here. Anytime somebody comes on YouTube and they have an ingredients to make anything, I don't care what it is, they will actually make it for you right there. It's called a tutorial video. People do it all the time. They tell you how to build stuff, put stuff together. They don't come up there and show you a whole bunch of tools and a whole bunch of lumber and say, hey, today we're going to build a deck. And then basically, boom, they have a deck built. Like, what the frick, what the heck, how do you, what, how did they put that? There you go. That's why we know something's funny here. Because this was never made. The ingredients is not even posted down here anywhere. But yet you go right from here to a video. Look at this. How many times you got to show instructions? Wait. And we got water. Water to thinner, loosen. Oh, my goodness. So basically they're going with this lie that you have to put water in it. No, you don't have to put any water into it. All right, you two idiots at the end of the day, let me explain something to you. You name one time, or anybody, not just the idiots, you name any time you've ever walked into a hardware store and bought paint, and the minute you're walking away with the paint, they turn around, they say, hey, you need to put water in that to loosen it up. Name one time ever. Because you don't need water in acrylic paint to loosen it up. They already have poly in it already. Poly is already very thin. Why would you put water and poly? Those are two things that are definitely not going to match. You're going to have a problem matching is water and poly. Two things you don't want to put in there. This is basically a mess. We're going to post this everywhere. Make jokes out of this right here. So 4 to 8. You got 4. What is 4 to 8 ounces of Midwest? Is it 4 teaspoons? Is it 4 tablespoons? What is it? You're going to write in ingredients. Know how to write one. What's 4 to 8? So is it 4 to 8 ounces? You have OZ right there of mid-wax. The mid-wax is only probably about 8 ounces right there from the door. So where are you? What's this right here? What is 4 to 8? What is that? You guys don't know how to write at the end of the day. I spelled that wrong. Put that in there incorrect. Look at the instructions. Literally, look at the instructions. What the heck is 4 to 8? Is it 4 to 8 teaspoons? Because it can't be 4 to 8 ounces. 8 ounces is literally the container you have over there full of the silver paint. And if the mid-wax is, judging by the size of the mid-wax, it looks like around 8 ounces itself. So you can't get 4 out of that if you only have 1 ounce of this. So how many, what are you putting in there? How many teaspoons? How many tablespoons? You don't have it there. Up to 4 ounces of water to thinner and loosen. Again, that's pointless. You didn't have to put it in there. We'll put it in there anyway, but again, we're going to show you. We're going to do 2 of these, and I'll show you where the water is going to settle at the top. It's not even going to mix because it can't mix. It's not supposed to be in there. And you don't have to put any water in acrylic. What you have there? Are you kidding me? I can push that through a paint sprayer. There's nothing there. As a matter of fact, that stuff will pour through a strainer. If you're doing stucco, on the other hand, yeah, that may be something you definitely want to drop some water into or basically some paint thinner into due to the fact it's stucco and you're not going to push stucco through a paint sprayer. It's not going to work. But this stuff is loose. There's no way in the world. This right here, this to try to make it like more does not. This is this, and this. This is what this is, all this right here. That's 8 ounces. I can tell by the container they have up there. Yeah, it's 4 to 8 ounces. 4 to 8 ounces. That can't be 48 ounces because the container you have there, it's not going to be 8 ounces. Actually, it is 8 ounces. But what do you mean by 4? What's the 4 there for? That doesn't make any sense. Of poly clear. How many teaspoons or tablespoons that you're putting in? Is it 4 teaspoons? Is it 4 tablespoons? Which one is it? Yeah, 4 to 8. Of what measurement? Is it 2? Is it tablespoons or teaspoons? Which one is it? You don't have anything there. The reason why they put the instructions in this way, because they really don't want people to make it. They want people to show that they have it, but they're not going to get precise measurements on exactly how it's made. It doesn't make a difference. Either way we mix this stuff, it's not going to work. So I'm going to go with teaspoons. That's what I'm going to go with. Now, if you sit there and say, oh, you made it wrong, it's supposed to be tablespoons, and you show me where you put tablespoons up there, because I don't see tablespoons up there at all, period. I don't see any measurements at all for teaspoon or tablespoon. So what are they supposed to put in? And on top of that, like I said, you didn't post the ingredients below, so yeah, something's wrong there. Now we got 1 quart, that's it. 1 quart, that is the white paint. You have, wait, 1 quart. Are you using all of 1 quart? See, there's so much wrong. How much paint are you using from 1 quart? Hey, Jamie, do me a favor. Get your fat in here. I like to call him a fat head. You do some dumb stuff today. Get your fat head in here and explain this dumb nonsense in the day. What the heck is this mess supposed to be? Where are the measurements? There is no measurements in there. So what the heck are you putting together? Because clearly you didn't do the measurements on camera. If you didn't do the measurements on camera, what are you making here? That's like having a cookbook with no measurements. Eggs, milk, whatever you have in there, flour. How much of what are you? Where's the measurements at? Because you didn't make it on camera, so nobody knows. So what's the measurements? You have 1 quart. So 1 quart of white paint. How much black paint are you putting in there? How many tablespoons, how many teaspoons of black paint are you putting there? It's not even there. You have 8 ounces, okay? So how much of the 8 ounces are you adding into that? Down at the bottom, you have mid-wax. You have 4 to 8 ounces. You can't put 4 to 8 ounces in there. You only have 1 ounce in there to begin with on the can. And then you're putting up to 4 ounces of water. This is the only thing that has a measurement is at the bottom. It literally says 4 ounces of water. What about the rest of this? So how much black paint is going into the white paint? How much of silver is going in? How much of the mid-wax is going in? You don't even have it there. So this is what I'm going to do for you, Skippy. We can't make it today. We don't even have proper measurements. We don't even know exactly how much we're putting into what for this, that, and the other. So we buy this stuff, we put it together our way. They're going to cry and scream Karen at the end of the day to me, oh, you didn't make it right because it's supposed to have certain measurements. Then where's your measurements at? Because I'm not seeing them there. I'm seeing a laundry list. That's what I'm seeing. And in the demonstration, not showing how it's made. Oh, we definitely got to get pictures of this right here. You guys are idiots. You're definitely idiots. Silentwake5, we definitely know you're a freaking idiot at the end of the day. Where's your freaking measurements? 1 quart, all right? So how much black paint is going into 1 quart? How much? How much of the 8 is being used? 8 ounces of this is being used. How much? I got to listen to this. Maybe he gets measurements when he's talking. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. Maybe we get measurements. I could be wrong. Maybe he's saying the measurements. If you're giving measurements when you're talking, why didn't you write the very same measurements on this right here to begin with and then post the measurements below? Mind you, I'm the one who's sitting here that's willing to make this product with no problem whatsoever. I'm the one telling what you knew to do right to do this correctly. So for me to make this, put the measurements in so I can make this stuff. Till then, gee whiz, you guys are losers.
All right, guys, what is up? This is Crow 1176 back again. All right, so this is the Black Noir from Silentwake5. He actually mixed it, so I wanted to share it again. Okay, I'm going to show you the results of this mix. I don't take credit for this. This is from Silentwake5. He found it online, and he actually bought all these products and created its own. And it was less than 60 bucks, okay? Yes, you're not paying $330 and all that jazz. No, this was under 60 bucks, okay? We're giving you options out here. So this is the Black Noir.
Jamie, you can't give people options if you can't make the paint to begin with. You failed twice. We're still waiting for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th you to make it, which you haven't made yet. So you made gray paint. You didn't make black paint. We made black paint. We're still waiting for you to basically finish doing the demonstration. Now you're switching over to this. So again, we need proper measurements so we can put this together and put it against our screen. That's it. Till then, I'm going to buy that Noir black paint by itself and have some fun with that. Until you guys figure out what you're doing here, I'll play around with this. Gee whiz.
Right, that's what he's calling it. And let me show you what he actually used. He used this. It does have a 40, what is it, a 4011 number in the back. But this is what he used. I'm just going to go through really quick. Show you what he used. Okay. I believe this is the color Noir
Let me get a whatchamacallit that. We're going to pick that up today. I'm going to add glitter into this one too. Oh man, they're doing to pick up this early. Oh man, I'm about to go to Home Depot right now. They're coming down to pick me up. Hold on for a minute. I got to do something real quick. I need a picture of this right here. I'm picking this up today. Because they didn't give any proper measurements through. No proper measurements on basically what are we adding into what. But I'm picking this up today. This is the more. There we go. We'll pick that up today for fun.
40092. You could get the.
Hold on for a minute. My ringer didn't go off. This is the painter. You gotta set that thing up. Okay. I know my ring is my ringer up. All right, make sure I had it down. I was watching something last night. Okay. So again, we need the measurements because you don't have any measurements. I got no problem with making this making my screen, but until then, I'm buying that black Noir. Chances are it looks like it's from Lowe's.
This from Lowe's?
I told you. I know all this stuff, man. I know all this stuff. At the end of the day, I know some. Oh, they only make that particular pen model anyway, but I told you already. I know all this stuff, man. We already know it's not gonna match.
Here you go. Sorry. You can get this from Lowe's, guys. All right. And also, really quick, you could actually, right? And also,
yeah. Give me the measurements.
really quick, you could actually let it focus. There you go. This is the actual parts, mixes, and stuff that he used to create this awesome mix. Again, Valspar, you could go to Lowe's and pick it up yourself. This is exactly what he used. There's a code and everything. All right, let's check out the results.
So basically, people, he didn't talk about how many tablespoons
Now.
or teaspoons or anything that want to mix it. You don't know exactly how much black paint are you adding into the white. You don't know basically if the base is going to be white, if the base is going to be black. You don't know how much paint you're putting in. You don't know anything because he didn't put any ingredients on how to make it. If someone's going to give you ingredients on how to bake a cake or whatever it's going to be at the end of the day, they're going to give you precise measurements on how to put it together. They're not just going to write something down and say, okay, this is what it is. You figure it out for yourself. No, this is a bunch of bull crap. Gentlemen, we need precise measurements. There are no precise measurements for anybody. So nobody can really make this correctly because, again, you didn't make it on camera, which you should have did. You should have did the measurements on camera. The reason why you couldn't do the measurements on camera because you don't know exactly what property to put in due to the fact that you have no measurements there on anything. But it just goes straight to the screen and said, oh, this is the screen right here. Problem is, I'm still seeing the same grittiness on the screen. Again, gentlemen, you can make black paint from sun up to sundown. We can do it ourselves. You don't have my actual product there. You're not going to see the difference in reaction of my product versus that. But you will see it on our end because we have the actual product here. When you can bear a receipt showing that you have ordered my product and you put them side by side and my product doesn't come up or it matches, then you can make that statement. Other than that, you don't have my product here. But I will be buying the newer until you figure out exactly how much paint goes in to this product right here. Because again, we don't have no measurements at all on our end, and neither does anybody else. So if you're telling people they can make it, again, that is not a a great way to tell people to make it, because you have nothing there at all, period. And again, why are you on this small screen? Why are you in this dark environment? You need to lighten this up. This is supposed to be black technology at the end of the day.
Great. Great job, Silent, again. Great job. I mean, for a
Yeah, problem we have here, buddy, you never made it. So we don't know what's on that wall right there. We don't know. It could be just black paint for all we know. We don't know what's on there due to the fact that you never made the ingredients. And again, looking at the ingredients, there is no measurements of anything. So if you put in too much white paint and too much silver, you'll turn it gray. Then you already messed up. You just did what you did in part 1 and part 2. If you go in and you put, this is not going to change anything. If you go in and you put in too much black paint, then you're going to end up with a product that can't see white light, and it's going to come up extremely dirty. So again, how much did they put in? Not even there. But we'll just buy the Noor and just put our magic glitter into that and just play with that, because again, as I said before, there's no measurements on it. There you go. Where's the measurements? There we got for 1 quart of the white paint. How much of the black paint are you putting in? Does it say tablespoons? Does it say teaspoons? Anything there? Nope. What about this right here? This and this. This is supposed to be the silver. How much of the silver are you adding in? Doesn't give you any how much you put in, does it? Nope. You go at the bottom over here where it talks about 4 to 8 ounces of mid-wax. That's about 8 ounces right there of mid-wax. So again, how much are you putting in? And then it says only one that has a measurement here is 4 ounces of water. That's it. So request for him to make it on camera with proper measurements attached to it, and then we can go in and make the product and add it to the rest of the paint, because I'm picking up the Noor right now. Let me go over here real quick. Now, Jamie, this is how you do instructions. This is your product. It took 1 attempt to make it. You see my instructions at the bottom? Crystal clear. See where it says 1 quart of flat black paint and 6 tablespoons. So you add 6 tablespoons for that. That shows you how much white paint to add in to actually get that color. Over here, Metallica 2.1. 2 ways you can make it. You can make it with 2 tablespoons as they did it, but we did ours with 10 tablespoons of black paint right there, white paint. The personal mix over here, 1 quart of white paint and add in 5 tablespoons. So that way, tablespoons. So that way, as you can see, the person has a proper measurement on how much white paint to add to the product. The problem we have here in this demonstration that you're displaying, there are no measurements anywhere. How much black paint is going to go into the white paint? Or how much of the, and vice versa, how much black is going to go into white, how much white is going to go into black? You have no measurements here. How much of the 8 ounces is going to go into the paint? How much paint are we making? If we're making a quart, it doesn't look like we're making a quart because the main base of it is white. How much black did you buy? You have the, how much black did you buy? A quart? Is there a quart of black paint? Because I don't see a quart of black paint there on the table. I just see a sample surface. That's all I see. So how come that's not there at all, period, in the demonstration? Oh, no one's afraid to make it. I've done this already before. The question I'm asking here is, where are the measurements? Because no one can make this without the measurements. Where are the measurements? Because you saw what happened in Jamie's video when he used that little bit of paint and he turned that screen gray twice in a row. You want to end up in that situation? You want an actual black screen, it's going to come up with a black roller, correct? All right then. Then what's the measurements? Because if you put in too much or too less, if you got a screen basically that doesn't have anything in it and basically it's going to pull up to too high of a black level, or you're going to have a screen that's going to have too much silver or too much white into it and it's going to come up gray. So which one is it? You have no measurements there. This is an absolute fail. He had the product right there on the table. And the thing I couldn't understand is, if you went out and you got all those ingredients, why didn't you buy the black paint with it? You just said you got it from Lowe's. Right there, it just shows a container of paint from Lowe's. So why didn't you just go pick up the black while you were out there? Why did you miss one of them? Because you didn't want to make it on camera. I know you all too well, man. That's why one of the ingredients was missing, because you didn't want to make it on camera and fall into having to fail. Jamie, we already know that once you go down that road and things happen to you in that way, you never want to repeat that again. Question: after you matched the Network Grade 773 on the Cinemax, how many paints did you put against that product after you did that demonstration? Did you do the personal, the hybrid mix, the Metallica mix? Did you do any one of those after you did that? No, you didn't. You did the personal back then and it matched the Bear. Where are the video demonstrations? You have the video demonstrations, so not only I can see them, everybody can see them. You have them on, no, you don't. Are they listed on your website for us to see? No, they're not. So again, as I said before, where are the measurements? Where are they? So we can make the product. I got no problem with it. I'm asking you. And I'm getting an argument because I'm asking you, where are the measurements so I can make this? Because right now, the only thing I can pick up is Black Noir. And right now, from what I've seen in the demonstration, if you said it came from Lowe's, you were over there. You know, clearly we're seeing a container of gray paint, white paint that's from Lowe's. Why didn't you just go pick up black? You drive, right? Go down there, pick up the black and mix it. Make it today. Oh, you don't want to do that, because if I have the proper measurements on how to make it, I will make this on camera and embarrass you. That's what it is, right? Stop being a coward, both of you. At the end of the day, be men. If you're going to claim to make my product at the end of the day, make sure you have proper instructions in there so I can make it, put it on camera, and embarrass the daylights out of you. This sounds like at the end of the day, like you wanted to make it, but you didn't want to make it because you're a bit scared. Put the proper measurements in here so I can make this and embarrass you on camera. Other than that, just keep your mouth shut. Because again, it's right there. Where are the measurements? I don't care about it. Where are the measurements? They're right there, buddy. You can argue for so where are the measurements? How much black paint am I adding into the white? How much white paint is going into the black? How much of this 8-ounce silver? Mind you, he used 1 ounce of silver and it turned it gray. 1 ounce of white and it turned it gray. So if you put 8 ounces in this into a quart, it's going to turn it gray. So how much of the quart am I using? Am I using a quart of black? If I'm using a quart of black and it's starting off with black to make the black product, how much of white paint am I adding in? He added in, I don't know, how much white paint did he add in? Did he even say how much he added in? I don't think he did. I think he just poured it in. He didn't even measure that. Oh, shoot, I just thought about that. Did he measure that? No, he did not measure that. What the freak? I just thought about that. He never measured the white paint. This is part 2.
Getting an LLC for your business doesn't have to look like this. Just Google LLC Taylor Brands. It's totally easy. You pick a state.
But as you can hear that, so I gotta spray it, and it's easier than, yeah, use it for outside use. If you have high lumen projectors, 3,500 lumens, 3,200 lumen projectors, office venue projectors, older 720p projectors, you could get one of these samples for around $6. After that, it gets a little bit more pricier, because if you want to get some PPG metallic right here, I use all this for all my 3D printings and stuff like that when I spray them and all that stuff. But PPG metallic, you could get it in a quart, all right? But now that I'm 3D printing and all kinds of stuff, I'm gonna be using, I use it a lot. Like this 3D print is for a customer. I still have to print it up, but I don't know if you guys know about anime a lot, but this is going to be a chainsaw man.
Now,
Yes.
I find this interesting, Jess. You're talking about chainsaw man. I find it interesting that you put the ingredients here, but it doesn't show up in part 2 at all, period. Not even in the other video where the screen's coming out really gritty and dirty. It doesn't show up in there either. But basically in part 2, you removed one of the items. So which one is supposed to be the ingredients? Is it this one or is it the other one? because you don't have the other one posted in there. You don't have the silver, water, and black. It's not posted anywhere underneath the page. But in this one, you have it with the white. So which one is it? Your customers don't even know because you don't know.
Right? So
But how much white paint did you put in?
connect together. Connect together. Well, it's going to be a big chainsaw. So I got to spray it, and it's easier for me than, you know, painting it by hand and all this other just spray it. So that's the reason I have that. PPG, gallon, and all that good stuff. So after that, I'm going to be probably
What do you think about the
doing
water?
1 ounce of that metallic PPG and 1 ounce of water. Not a lot of water. You could add more water. I'm just gonna use that because of what it is. All right. Can you guys hear me okay by any chance?
Yeah, he didn't know what he was talking about. That's why he did a mic check on top of that. It's interesting how you said in the second one that it's used to loosen up. Does that stuff look like it needs loosened up? No, it doesn't. Because acrylic is very heavy and it's hard to paint down. How many screens I painted was freaking acrylic, and houses I painted over. Actually, I painted a couple of walls in the other room with acrylic paint. Everybody uses acrylic. There's no put any water into it. It's stupid at the end of the day. Anyway, and he used that same line, and for now the line he's using, all of a sudden Partey uses that line also too to loosen it up. You guys need to stop it. How much white paint did you put in?
Chance, please let me know. I'm using a mic, a headset mic. So. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing I'm gonna do, add the water here, right? And then I'm gonna mix it.
Now remind you, the mixing stick that he used in here, that's the same mixing stick he shows off in part 2. And
So
in
mix
part
the water
2,
first with
never said it was black. He said it was gray. This is how to show you how to make a black product. Like somebody saying, today we're going to show you how to fix a sink. And then you come to the next demonstration and talk about refrigerators. Like, what the frick just happened? How is part 2 about
Again, this is the
refrigerators?
shade I'm gonna use. You guys could go darker if you like.
We did go darker. We actually made it black for you. Ah ha ha! You don't like that one, do you?
You know, the black Phantom slash 38 wheel, black wheel, whatever it, you know, whatever means.
We know about that. I want to. You don't have the product. You don't have any receipts. I want to know how much white paint you put in there, because you're not showing
They're
that.
very expensive, guys. I'm telling you right now. They're 1 quart will go. If it's on special, it'll go like 160 to 200.
Yeah, we don't
But
match
other than
house
that,
paint
it goes
color.
above $200. It's really expensive. And to my knowledge, just my opinion, that I've tested all these 3, they actually don't work as well as I thought it would work.
Well, Jamie, you wouldn't mind showing me a receipt for all 3 of those products, would you? Because we don't have you anywhere on the server of paying for any of those products. You have right there, right now. This is what the civil court lawsuit is about. This kind of nonsense right here. He has to show in court that he can bear receipts for everything he purchased when he did those demonstrations. Whew, man. I don't know, man. It's going to be a bad year for you. But let's continue on. I want to see how much white paint he put in here.
I mean, what the company tells you about that, they don't do this and that, it doesn't do it. I don't know. I'm just saying it doesn't do it for me. I'm just saying that. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this to this. All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna add this.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Something doesn't look like
Very.
that's supposed to be white paint. That paint's supposed to be white. I'm gonna show you something what I just saw a few minutes ago. You see the outside of that container? It looks like white paint, don't it?
Above $200. It's really expensive. And to my knowledge, just my opinion.
Why is it when he poured
all-
it, he poured it away from the camera? Why didn't you pour it over here so we can see it? The pour out.
These 3, they actually don't work as well as I thought it would work. I mean, what the company tells you about that it'll do this and that, it doesn't do it. I don't know. I'm just saying it doesn't do it for me. I'm just saying that. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this.
See when he pours it, this right here is in the way. That paint's not white.
I'm gonna add this.
The paint's dark. What you did was, this is easier to do. So basically, if you take a container, you can actually splash it around with some white paint, let it dry, and you can actually put whatever color you want into it, but the container looks like it's white. Because why would he pour it right there? It's not here, it's not here. What is he hiding? I told you it wasn't white in that container. What the heck is coming out of that container? Look at that. Busted! 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 Got you. Got you. I told you. We always catch this joker doing something dirty on camera. Always. Tell me why what's coming out of a white container is clearly black. What is that at the end of the day? So let me get this straight. You never put white paint in there to begin with. That right there is showing a black paint right there. And you still turn gray. Gee whiz. And it still turned gray at the end of the day. It still turned gray. It really did. Oh, no. Be careful about running your mouse. Be careful about running your mouse, because in part 2, he shows that stick and he says it came in gray. He didn't say black, gray. So be careful what you say out of your mouth. What did you put down here for the ingredients on how to make it? What did you put down here? Oh, I knew something was wrong. When I was looking, I was like, why in the world is he pouring that so close? So close. Let me show you right here. If you're selling paint, right, the container is not going to be white and the paint's going to be black on the inside. It's not going to be like that. Do you understand? I love how people come in here, his cronies come in here, and they go, but no, you can buy, you tell me where you buy paint anywhere on this planet. Some reason you guys live in some freaking bizarre alter universe that doesn't really apply to physics or anything else on the face of the planet. You guys live in that freaking world. Because I had never walked into a paint store and picked up red and got blue instead. Tell me where that is just downright weird. I knew something was wrong when I saw the container, and I was like, well, how much white paint did he add in? Because I noticed that he never showed it. He poured into a container. He poured all 6 ounces. Well, he did. He put 6 ounces into a container. But I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at the paint. I never really dawned on it. And then when I noticed when the paint poured out, it was dark. I'm like, wait a minute. How the freak is that dark when the outside of the container is white? You guys do so much dirty stuff at the end of the day that you, again, y'all treat your customers like trash at the end of the day. You guys are busted. All of y'all busted now. Y'all done. Y'all done. Y'all are done. Y'all are done. That's it. We got you. We got you. Faked another demonstration. Got you. Freaking phony at the end of the day. Nothing but a phony. Your product, even when you try to basically scam people, your own customers at the end of the day, when you try to trick everybody at the end of the day and thinking you're doing something special, and you're not. You got a nerve to be talking all that trash on camera, and that product came out of there dark, out of a white container, and it still came up gray. That's even more embarrassing. That's even more embarrassing. Gee whiz Louise. He doesn't even say at the bottom that it's white. Look at him putting the ingredients. He doesn't even say that it's white at the end of the day, but you can clearly see the container is white. Don't want to hear it, because you can sit there and say at the end of the day and say, oh, but that clearly says no. The container is white. The paint in the container is white. It's a white container. They don't take, when you're buying paint, they don't sit there and give you a white container that basically it has black paint in it. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, when you pick up that container, people look at the container and see what color it is, unless it says it on the container. Who's going to sit there? What company in their right mind is going to sell white containers that looks like it has a white paint in it and say black? You know the confusion in that nonsense going to be at the end of the day? That's going to be nothing but a freaking PR headache at the end of the day. No one's going to do that. It'll be a black container, whatever it be black, whatever color it's going to be, it's going to resemble what color that paint's inside. The fact that I got to sit there and explain that nonsense to whoever's in the room, that means it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Because you know what? I'm not having this conversation with you. It is clearly showing it right there. Right there is showing it, buddy boy. Right there. Let me go pop into the. Would we get this kind of already? Is this right here? Rob panel. Rob panel. Rob base. It makes two to make a thing go right. The only problem is you wrong on this one. Bye. You out of here. You're definitely out of here. Ain't no way you can argue that. Ain't no way you can argue that. You clearly a sheep at the end of the day. You know what we all just saw a few minutes ago. You're a sheep.
I have this in hand, so I just might as well just use.
My goodness. It takes two to make the thing go right. Nope. You're right. I was wrong on that one. I apologize. See, I'm a big man. I can apologize any day when I made a mistake. That is the black paint. Why? Wait, no. Why is it in a white container? That don't make any. That's what's baffling. That makes no sense at all. We're gonna buy that today. I'm literally buying that exact same paint today. I'm buying it. Something just isn't right there. I've never seen any sample containers that's selling black paint that come in a white container. I'm gonna buy that exact one. Did I got a picture of that on my phone? I think I do have a picture of my phone. I gotta pop it or whatchamacallit. I wanna see something for a minute.
Before you go.
I'm gonna hear all that. So wait, that was I hope that wasn't Dynasty Black. Home Depot, Dynasty Black samples. I was wrong on that one. They do come with the white containers. So wait a minute, that's even more interesting. You used a Dynasty Black in there? That was your paint? You do know we use Dynasty Black in all demonstrations. You know that, right? And that's Dynasty Black with nothing in it. Period. So the paint that we use to add in the high fluorescent glitter, that's Dynasty Black right there. Because we use it in all demonstrations for all tests now because he made the statement that our product was Dynasty Black. That's even worse, Jamie, at the end of the day. What part I did make a mistake on. I thought it was actually the white, because I've never seen containers that were actually, usually if it's containers in black paint, it's actually a black container. That's what it is. But this is in white. All right, that's no problem. My bad on that one. But still, it's still a fail because at the end of the day, you've used this product before. Actually, you claimed their product to be Dynasty at the end of the day. You claimed it to be Black Dynasty. That's all it was, with nothing in it. And it doesn't match your products. So wait a minute. How is it? Okay, so basically you're saying that, okay, you don't make our product, we know because the paint came up gray several times. So him using Dynasty Black, and he used it the first time without putting anything in it, he claimed that to be our product. And we basically beat Dynasty Black. We've got it here. We use it for testing. But this time you put that silver and you put, oh, he didn't put white in it. He put basic silver in it. Wait a minute. That don't make any sense. What's the difference from part 2 and part 1 then? There is no difference. What the freak did you just do, dude? Seriously, I just thought about that. Because I'm thinking, okay, in my mind, I'm thinking there's white paint sitting on the table, right? Because I'm seeing this is what I'm seeing, the white. So I'm thinking he tried white, silver, black, and water, right? That's what I'm thinking. But if that's black paint at the end of the day, basically the only thing you put in there was silver, water, and black. And you came out basically with that gray paint. But then you tried it the second time. And this wasn't anywhere in the picture at all, period. It wasn't anywhere in the picture at all. So how did the paint come out darker the second time around? Jamie? So need the ingredient. By the way, ingredients. Need to put the back measurements in. Let's go back here for a minute. Not that one. Here, right? So that's black paint. That's Black Dynasty, right? That's silver. That's water. That's an empty cup, right? This is the product he ends up with making, which if you see is gray, not black. And as you can clearly see, rollers don't lie, because rollers, if it's gray, it's going to come out gray. As you can see, the rollers are gray, not black. All right, so with that being said, he had silver, black, and he had water, right? Now, part 2 on the table. This is part 2 on the table. Commercials. Until this whole other messy paint came up. That Nor, I'm buying the Nor. I'm definitely buying that. But you need to go in and put the proper ingredients on so we can make it. Because we can't make it if you don't have the proper ingredients there. I don't even know how much we're putting in. So right here on the table here, you have a little farther back here. You can get all 3 ingredients on the table. You have black, you have water, and you have silver. You literally just made the same thing again that you did in part 2. I'm thinking you had white paint out there because when I'm looking at the container, I'm seeing white because the container is white, but the paint in there is actually black. So you literally had the same thing here that you had in the last video, and it still came out gray. But for some reason, this one came out a little darker, which means you added more black paint to it to get a darker shade to it. That's what you did, and you still ended up with gray. So the problem you have here, Jamie, is you have one product you thought was supposed to be ours, and you made it, and it came out gray. And then you decided to take a stab in the dark and see and add more black paint to it to see if I can make it a little bit darker. So you see what happened? You still lost in the end, because in the end, we made it literally black for you. If we dropped in any of that silver, it would have came up gray. If we put white into it, it definitely would have came up gray. So the ingredients you have here, no matter how dark you made it, you still came up with gray. We literally had to make it for you in jet black. And it still failed. So this right here is the same mixture you made back there. Now, with that being said, when I'm sitting there staring this over and over again, this is where he announces that the product was gray, not black in the last demonstration. Oh, I gotta take it out of slow-mo. Can't hear Jack in slow-mo.
Gun metal. Just see how that works, right?
So that's gray.
It's a nice color. This is actually a nice color.
Actually, it's the same color as the Frankenstein in the UB mix. The exact same color. Exact same color. Not to be off topic here, but that's our fake projectors. Here we go.
My name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal A.
The exact same color as the Frankenstein.
Was supposed to be shipped to us, which was a much more.
Yeah, you just showed me how to make the Frankenstein in a different way, but yeah, we know how to make it. You literally just showed me the color of a Frankenstein. That's a Frankenstein right there. And UV. They're pretty much off by one shade. So basically, you just basically made a gray paint. That's even worse.
You see the difference? Look, even when I put it, see how dark it is now? It's a shade darker than this. You see how grayish it kind of looks here, like gunmetal?
So if it's a shade darker than this, that means you just made dark gray. That's what you just made. I didn't see it at first. I'm looking at the container. I'm thinking, okay, that's got to be white paint. But it's not white paint. It's not white paint at all. It was actually black paint in there. And with that being black paint, that makes it even worse for you, because it shows you that you made it the first time and you didn't have enough black paint in there, and you ended up with gray, which you have here. This time you said it's a little bit darker than this shade, which means you didn't say black. You said darker than this shade, which means all you did was just add more black and you made a darker gray. Which means in the attempt that you made over and over again, if your customers tried to make that, whatever that mess is at the end of the day, no matter how much black paint they put into it, it's still going to change it over into a darker product. And eventually they're going to hit straight black, which we just did for you. And that didn't work at all. So what color is it? If you put too much black into it and you darken it, you end up with black, and that fails automatically. And if you do it with the gray, then at the end of the day, like I said, it's not our product, because our product's not gray, it's black. Gee whiz, but still, yeah, at least he showed how much water. So there's 6 ounces of black paint, 1 ounce of silver, which that 1 ounce of silver changed that quick. It changed the color that quick. I told you it didn't take much to do it. Throws off the off balance. So in here, with the paint we have here, we have 8 ounces. If 1 ounce was able to throw the balance off, imagine what 8 will do. So the Noor, this right here, the 1 quart, because I'm thinking it's the white paint. This is the actual black paint right there you have up there. All right, so you have the actual black paint, because I'm thinking this is white because of what I saw in the last video. This is the actual paint you have up there, right? How come you didn't mix it? You had all the ingredients right there on the table. Why didn't you mix it? Why didn't you make it? You had it right there. But still, even with all the ingredients there, we still need to know how much are we putting in to make the quart? If that's a quart of black paint, how much silver is going there? Are you adding all the silver, the whole 8 ounces in there? How much of this is going in here? Are you adding all that in there? What's going on? Because we don't know. There's no measurements there. I'm buying this anyway, but I need to know how much paint you're putting in there, because again, you have nothing here telling us how much paint we're putting in. You have 1 quart, all right, right there. That's the Noor. So right there, that's the black paint right here. That's Noor. This right here is the silver you have right here. This is the mid-wax, and this is the water. You have 1 quart, all right, 1 quart. How much of this is going in? Is it all 8 ounces that's going in there? You got to tell us something. It's all out, because what I'm saying, I'm going to make it the exact same way I see here. I'm going to take this 1 quart. I'm going to put all 8 ounces in here, because you don't have a measurement how much. This at the bottom, I don't know what the freak this is, because I don't know what's going on here. You have 4 to 8 ounces of mid-wax. That's about what you're showing on the this one right here. That's about a pint. This is 8 ounces. Try to get that measurement right there. Yeah, come on, get the work, get the work, get the work. It already says 8 right there. I gotta get it to adjust a little better. It's right there where it says 8, but I can't get the adjustments there. Right there. But that's 8 ounces. That's 8 fluids. That's about 8 right there. So that's 8 by itself in there, right? So if you have 8 in there by itself, how much of that is going into here? You can't say 4 to 8. Are you putting the whole thing in there? That's what's going there? Is it the whole thing? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the whole thing in there. We're going to put all of this in here. We're going to put all of the 8 in here. We're going to mix this, and we're going to put it against the screen. And then I'm going to make a version with none of this in there, with just the Noor, and put some of our special glitter in there. Matter of fact, I'll make another version of all of these and put my special glitter in there also too. Then I'm going to come back on camera, and I'm going to basically laugh at you. All right, I got to get cracking. I think that's my people right there. I got to get ready, get out the door. I definitely need to shave so I can basically get all this stuff that I need. So that way I can gather everything up and I can come back on camera and go, I'm buying sock puppets, by the way, so you know. I know there's some places out there I got to get some sock puppets. I don't know if I got to go to whatever place I got to go. I'm coming back with sock puppets. This was going to be funny, really funny. But let's see where this goes at. Let's see if this matches our product. Man, this is going to be funny. Silentwake, I never come to your channel, but I will be there. I'll be at your channel going, Gentlemen, are you ready for this embarrassment? You want this smoke today? You want it? Say yes. Tell me yes, you want the smoke. Come on. Even if you say no, I'm still bringing it. Well, I'm not going to back down on it. This at the end of the day, this is going to be fun for us. All right, so I got the ingredients, everything we need here. Hold on, let me snap this phone on my phone. We'll make this on the phone. And also, I find it funny, why didn't you put the ingredients down here for everybody else? So we're going to take it as, since they didn't put any measurements here, this has got to be all mixed in together. A quart of this mixed into here, mixed into here. That's how it's all done. That's how we're going to do it. Exactly, because you didn't put any measurements in, so that's what we make it. Now, again, like I said, when it fails, then what? Oh, the Karen cries. Let me tell you the Karen cries ahead of time. It's the ISO in its camera. It's got to be that. It's got to be this. Maybe it has mind abilities to control your mind. Oh, it's going to be bad. I'm going to embarrass you so bad. It's going to be funny. I'm going to do little wrestling themes in there. You know what I mean? Have some fun with that. Yeah. Thank you so much, because this is going to give me a lot to laugh about today. Any chance, by the way, when I basically blow this out of the water, I don't know if it's Silentwake5 or whoever came up with this idea, but, you know, you have a second chance. I can give you a second chance to try to make it again if you want. You want a second chance? All right, deal. I'm going to give you a second chance. Second chance to make it again. Where's my chicken at? My chicken's not even here. All right, you probably want to do something. All right, let's get this made. Get this get this up here so we can have some fun with this. Gentlemen, you know what's going to hurt for you the most? You don't have my black technology at the end of the day. So you don't know what the comparison's going to look like. We already know at the end of the day. I don't know what's worse between that and Crow's gritty, dirty paint. Oh, that paint came up so dirty. Dirty, man. Jamie, come on. That paint was dirty. Anyway, about dirty as your selling skills when you go cheating your customers. All right, like I said, I don't want to hear y'all ranting in my room and crying and whining about, oh, you know, you're not being professional. You asked for it, you're going to get it. That's what's going to happen. Oh, my goodness. They try so hard. You try so hard. You try so hard. You want it that bad. You want that product that bad. That bad. You want my product that bad. It's like watching somebody just seeing some barbecue chicken and I just want that so bad. You know, you haven't eaten like in a while, and you get like a cracker or something you would eat every day, but it tastes like like the best meal you ever, the best cracker I ever had. I'm like, it was so amazing. That's how you feel about my paint. At the end of the day, y'all be dreaming about my paint at night, don't y'all? Be in that bed like, oh, Black Series Edition. Black Series Edition. Oh my goodness, Black Series Edition, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? I'm gonna embarrass y'all so bad it's gonna be funny. I gotta keep myself from laughing. I'm gonna have fun with this, just to let you know. Oh my goodness, man, this is gonna be hilarious, man. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna go mad after a while because you can't figure it out. You know, people will find you on the street, you know what I mean? Put change in your styrofoam cup. Oh, I'm sorry, not styrofoam cup, paint can. You're a paint can. Please, sir, can you spell a chilling? Can you spell a chilling, sir? That's going to be you right there. Just going with madness because you guys are obsessed with making my product, man. You're more obsessed with me than you are with basic. At the end of the day, what you should be doing is basically testing your products against basically household products and posting those, having proper tests against your product and trying to take out the big certified screens. But you don't do that. You know why I get the money for my product at the end of the day? Because I can clearly show myself at the end of the day knocking out the big boy screens. And not only that, customers that come up to me and ask me, well, how come you never go against Diamond? Here's my proof right here. Can you guys pull out documents on you and Diamond? You can't, because they don't know you at the day. They don't even acknowledge you. So by you saying that, by Diamond coming in and telling us that our products have potential, and they want to continue discussions with our products, right? Consider the fact they are, what do you call, they are experts in their field of their technology. They're experts. And yet your opinion at the end of the day over theirs. Yeah. Before we get down to this, before I got to go take care of this, let's talk about Silentwake5 and his credibility right now. This is a dum-dum who literally got busted in a live stream with fake unboxing. That's really embarrassing. I know you guys want to forget that stuff like it never even happened, but guess what? It happened. So, this is where his credibility lies at. This guy, at the end of the day, thought he was going to do a fake unboxing of my products and try to make it sound like he placed the order. How old are you at the end of the day? And you're doing demonstrations like that? Isn't that your face right there with the receipts? Oh, my lawyer saw that. He started laughing his head off. He was like, are these guys? I'm not going to say the word, but yeah, he called y'all short bus at the end of the day. Not exactly short bus, but a different term of that I don't want to mention on camera. But he literally thinks you guys basically drink chlorine out of a pool because there's something wrong with you. So this dum-dum gets on camera. I'm going to embarrass you anyway, so I'm going to call you the names. It's coming. This dum-dum gets on camera and takes a picture next to the receipts that are fake. These are fraud receipts. Even went down, I think your girlfriend was involved in that too, right? You better hope she's not, because she's actually in one of the videos we dubbed, and she'll be getting filed with a lawsuit also, unless she broke up with you. But anyway, this idiot, or my wife or whatever. But anyway, this idiot basically takes a picture next to receipts. I literally asked for receipts for a Titan. He sends me receipts on a 38 Black Widow, which we never even asked for, which is interesting. So in the process, he takes these stupid pictures like this, like, oh, I got your receipts. Just look at that picture for a minute. Just look at that. This man is brimming with confidence, like Jamie was brimming with confidence with the Network Grade 773, and that thing turned into a train wreck. So he's sitting there taking the pictures next to the receipts, brimming with confidence that at the end of the day, he's going to fool me, the very person who makes the receipts. Oh, gee whiz, you guys have. It's got to be something going around that you guys are catching at the end of the day. All right. So I'm looking at the demonstration. I'm not really, I'm see the receipts, but something's coming up funny in the demonstration. Number one, this is the unboxing video right here. Dude, you know how much trouble you can get into? This is fraud on so many levels, it's not even funny. I can get you jail time, literally, for this. Statute of limitations are very fresh. I'm definitely going to seek jail time for you. That's definitely going to happen. So this guy right here made fake receipts of my company, forged fake receipts of my company, used the United States Postal Service to commit fraud. Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? Look, there you are right there on camera. Ain't that you? And there's your YouTube channel connected right there. There's Crystal Edge Technology screens, all that right there. See what you posted right here? You posted at the bottom. Crystal Edge Technology screens request completed. His lies exposed. Funny, you deleted all the videos. Try to delete all the videos when you got caught. But I'm supposed to be the one that's supposed to be exposed and lying. So this is Silentwake5's credibility. So he's the guy at the end of the day, Crow goes to, he thinks based at the end of the day that it's a trustworthy person. Now you see how fast he's flashing the receipts? That's one of the problems we're having. If a person has a receipt on something, they will hold it to your face and go, look, this is what I purchased, read through it. They don't flash them. Certain dates were marked out. So we decided to slow things down a bit so we can have a look at it. my name is on the box. So is my address on the box. See the dates you marked out? No one marks out dates on receipts. That's the one thing that basically proves that you're right at the end of the day is those receipts, is those dates. Because they can sit there and say, oh, you could have ordered that last week. And I'm like, no. I ordered it yesterday. Here's the date right here. Read it and weep. How many of us done that? You will go home just because the sales clerk sat there and called you a liar. You will go home and rip up your entire place just to track down that receipt. Get in the car, drive all the way up there to shove it in your face and go, ah! Now give me back my money. Or whatever you need to prove at the end of the day. You will bring it up there. Because you know you have the receipt at the end of the day. They just don't know you have the receipt at the day. I've heard people say, well, you know, that's like 2 miles. Well, I don't even care at this particular point. No one's going to call me so-and-so. Look at the dates you marked out. Another suspicious, marking out dates. But what I didn't see was this right here. This was staring me in the face the whole time. And it was right there. I didn't see it. I'll ask you a question, Silentwake. How did it feel when you took that thumbnail? You were brimming with confidence. How did it feel when you got busted? When you started deleting your videos to hide the evidence? How did it feel then? And then I had a nerve to come back in and do some Q&A with Crow talking about what really happened. Oh, we know what happened. But man, I'm telling you, I'm not taking you to small claims court. I'm taking you to civil court. I'm going to sue you for a few million. On top of that, I will be requesting jail time. You're not going to get a lot, but you're getting something out of it, just so you know. You committed some serious crimes here. The post office fraud, definitely, they're going to request jail time. So take a walk around the block. Just don't forget to smell the roses, because at the end of the year, you got to pay for what you've done. So just enjoy your time now. Now, you notice his channel starts to disappear. As every time we go in and we basically refresh it, there's videos missing off his account. So not only do we have you with a fake email and fake receipts, but we also have you trying to hide the evidence at the same time. And that's even worse, because that shows a sign of serious guilt. So, question. When I get done suing you, man, you guys, all of y'all are going to lose stuff at the end of the year. This is going to be pretty bad for you guys. Jamie's getting sued this summer. You's getting sued at the end of the year. Matthew, I have not forgot about you. I sat there and told you at the end of the day that if that, mind you, if you move, doesn't make a difference. I have your original address. So if you move, just let you know that's what they're going to serve. So if you don't show up, I still take your stuff at the end of the day. You do know we can freeze your banking accounts, whatever we want at the end of the day. All that can be locked down. And a lien is a lien at the end of the day. Everything will be blocked for you. Anything you apply for, anything you do, it'll be blocked because you're red flagged automatically from the door. So I just wreck your credit and everything else along the way. You'll be millions of dollars in debt. You'll never be able to come out of it. So even if you do decide to move and say, hey, if I move, yeah, we still can get you. So right here, you can see where emails are being deleted. Actually, the videos are being deleted off the account. Let's see, requesting. This is where we're requesting the busted with fake receipts. So this is where I didn't see it at all. This is where his channel started off first. Let me show you how many videos he had on that channel when he just started deleting them left and right. We went downstairs, we typed in the email address. Everybody's ever set up an account with Hotmail knows at the end of the day, you cannot set up an email account with spaces in between them, what servers will not allow you to do it. They'll give you something that maybe comes closer to whatever, and then you use Crystal Edge. We don't use Crystal Edge in any of our emails, never.
Got the email address. The reason why he marked the email address, so we couldn't track it, but we couldn't track it if we wanted to because the email doesn't exist. I wonder what he got there. I'm going to make sure, because I like to be thorough about things. You know how we do things over here. But yes.
See the email? I didn't see that first. It says it's from Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And at the bottom, it says it's our email.com. There's no Hotmail, Outlook. There's nothing there. And there's spaces in between. Again, they don't make them. You can't register an email with the fake email, with the email address. On top of that, we don't use this. If you look on every last one of Crow's canceled receipts, any orders we made, every single one of them say Immerse 4K Cinema. So where the freak did you get this from?
Subject, thank you for shopping. We don't send thank you for shopping. But this is the funniest thing ever.
I didn't see it yet.
Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We don't use Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Immerse 4K Cinema, buddy.
Oh yeah, this is where we type it in. It doesn't even come up. It's invalid.
Let's just change it out. Let's change out the...
Change it out several different times.
And let's say if you put in...
Now what's going to happen is on this receipt, when we go to court, just for fun, they're going to type it in. But what my lawyer wants you to do, he's going to have you type it in. Because that's what lawyers do. They like to grill people when they get them in the hot seat, especially when they know that they got them. It ain't going to be open and shut. Don't think when we go into the courtroom, it's going to be open and shut. No, we're going to have you in there a while. We're going to have some fun. You're basically going to answer a whole lot of questions that you don't want to answer. And even though we know the answer to them, we want to hear you say it out loud in court in front of the judge. And you're going to type that email in. And you're going to squirm, and you're going to cry, and you're going to sweat, and go through the whole 9 yards. You go through all of it. But this is what Silentwake5 did. This is where he messed up. He made a... So sad that how you guys want my product so badly. This a grown man went in and did a fake unboxing. Went on YouTube and slandered my product to make it look like he ordered from us. Fake receipts. And you took your face and pictures right next to the receipts like an idiot. So now we have you there with evidence in your hand with your mugshot connected to it. And then emails that are not coming up. United States Postal Service is involved because, again, when you take any form of box from United States Postal Service, anything you get from them, there's a little thing that pops up that tells you at the end of the day that basically, if you use this particular piece of material for anything of committing fraud, they get involved in that. So now they consider that a form of mail fraud. Then you got fraud from our company. And then there's conspiracy charges they're going to bring up on you. This is really, really bad for this guy. And do they learn? No, this joker, if he was involved in sending that to him, we check his channel, and it shows that that product is showing up on his channel, that would show that at the end of the day he was involved in it. If there's nothing there, that means that's Jamie lying and saying that maybe, or making up an excuse, maybe, hey buddy, can I use this because I failed twice in a row and I don't want to fail again, and maybe if I can use an excuse and say that, hey, I got it from you and this is what happened. The sad thing about when we watched that on a demonstration, that you never mixed it. You had it right there, but you never made it. I wonder why. That's another thing that raises a red flag right there. So no, Silentwake5, his credibility is like not even there. It's gone, because we were able to out him on doing a fake unboxing, making fake receipts, and we noticed on one of the receipts there is my logo sitting on there. And again, that would be copyright infringement. So what do we have? We have fraud, we got conspiracy, we got copyright infringements, we got post office fraud. This is not going to go well for you. I can guarantee you this much. I hope you got bail money, but I don't think you're going to have bail money because you owe me money at the end of the day. So I will be suing you in court, but you will be coming back. Usually in court, when you get sued, you don't come back. That's the end of it, blah, blah, blah. There's criminal charges involved in this, so you will be coming back. They might even decide to hold you. You might not go home because the charges are very, very serious. Or you're going to have to figure a way how to post to get some bail money up or something. You just coming out of a lawsuit and you're now going to need bail money in order to be able to get out of the criminal charges that you got yourself into. You may not come home. You may actually get locked up right there. That's one of the things you're going to have to worry about. Whether someone's bailiff or one of those bailiffs is going to walk up behind you and put those handcuffs on you. So if you decide not to show, it doesn't make a difference. I still win either way. And when the criminal charges pop up, you better show. Or you've been in the same situation as Jamie. Jamie has stalking charges that were filed against him today. I showed you, I have his address. Stalking charges, because yesterday he got really creepy with us. He sent us 298 messages from Jamie. He got very creepy. On top of that, I showed you pictures of a grown man sending me pictures of little puppets and dolls with my heads attached to it. That's almost as worse as finding out that your son has a sneaker box full of Barbie heads. That is very creepy. I told a few people about that. They were like, what the freak? I was like, yeah. And you want somebody like that knowing where you live at the end of the day? No, you do not. That's why simply when I came in and asked them for the black alcohol surface, because we don't need it. We did the test already. But just ask them where you got it from. You could have sent me the link. What would be the problem? I'm going to sit there and test it right on live. If I'm wrong, that means you win. So what's the problem? He asked for my address. He wanted to know where I lived at. You know, creepy dude. That's why I sat there and said right there from the door. And I had that transcript recorded already showing you, requesting my address, how creepy you are. And I sat there and said on camera, you could say I'm going to call the police because he threatened to shoot me. No, I ain't threatening you. I gave you a promise I'm going to shoot you. I gave you a promise and I'll say it again every single day. If we go to court with your creepiness at the end of the day, you walk over to me. I don't know what is up with you. Got a thing for me or what's going on. But you walk over to me with that creepy nonsense and I'm going to lay you down right there. It ain't going to be fireworks going off. You're definitely going to get shot. You're a creepy little dude at the end of the day. Very creepy. Now, 295 messages. Whew. You know what scares me the most? It's not the pictures that I see. Well, the pictures I see are creepy, than the pictures he sends. It's what he has hidden on his files that I find creepy. Who knows what he got hidden on his computer? Ew. All right, so let's sum all this up real quick. We're going to make this mess that freaking Silentwake5. And as I showed you in videos we have here, his credibility isn't all that great because, again, this is a guy who got caught basically doing a fake unboxing and got busted. And then basically not only did he take his face next to the picture, talk about self-snitching on a whole nother level. Yeah, took his face next to the evidence, but turned around and started deleting his videos as fast as possible to try to hide the evidence in the middle of a live stream. Oh, wait, something else I want to see real quick on here.
Here, showing you on camera, display.
Oh, it's 4 months. It was actually 4 months. I thought it was 2. It's 4. This is the actual video, 2 of the videos of Network Grade 773. This is where we caught Jamie actually trying to hide the evidence. Look at you guys all the time. So basically, this video sat there for 4 months. This is why we call his, they get mad at me when I say it, but it's true. We call y'all sheep. Because this video sat there for 4 freaking months, okay? And you sheep went in and said, oh, it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. I can't see the difference. I mean, it's so different. Look at that. He's telling the truth. He's actually, and to realize at the end of the day, you couldn't see that both of them were the same. So you literally sat there and spent $95 for a product that you could have sat there and did it at probably about $30 a gallon and it matched. So you sat there and praised this guy for 4 months. We saw what was going on the bottom for 4 months. When I posted, people said, hey, make sure you record the idiots below so we can see the idiots who ordered this dumb stuff at the end of the day. So he basically matched the product for 4 months right there. And then went in and removed the video because we put it on blast. How in the world for 4 months did you sheep did not see that that was matching? Did any one of y'all see that it was matching for 4 months? You mean to tell me it took me to go in and analyze that video and go, look, simple and plain. You ever seen the black guy who comes on where people do like really crazy stuff and he shows you the most simplest way to do it? Literally, that's it. You really can't see they're both matching? I literally had to do an entire video and explain crap at the end of the day and blah, 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 and go down these long freaking winding freaking roads just to go, you literally don't see that. 4 months. That video sat there for 4 months, and these people were saying to me, "Oh, it looks completely different, and I can't tell the difference between the two." Oh my goodness, seriously, you sat there for 4 months and looked at that right there, and sat there on camera and said, "I can't see a difference between the two." So if this video was sat there for 4 months, if it was back in itself as it was designed to do, where is the video? Where did it go? Oh, the person that you sat there and gave high praise to about basically how it was doing this and doing that threw you under a bus, didn't he? Is the video there for you to back up? No. That's why you can't come on my channel and name your paint at the end of the day, because again, you know it's matched now. It took you 4 months to see it, but you now see it matches. And the fact that the person who made this video threw you clean under a bus, because even he knows that matches house paint. But it was there for 4 months. And all it took me to come in and go, "Hey, look, da 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 da." And after 4 months, you're like, "Oh my God, there's a difference. It's both the same. Oh my goodness." Oh, please, send me your email. I got a bridge to sell to you over in Brooklyn. You can have it for like a really good price, like $3,000 a month. You can have it. I don't pay for maintenance. You have to do maintenance on the bridge, but you can have it. And keep it up. I'm having a special. I'll throw in a Statue of Liberty for free. You do know, basically, there are people who actually sold the Brooklyn Bridge. It was actually one of the biggest scams in New York City. Look at the history on it. People actually sold the bridge, and people actually bought it. A bridge. An entire structure of a bridge. And this is why people use the term, well, gee whiz, if you're that stupid, I got a bridge for sale. That's where that term comes from. If you're dumb enough, I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. And apparently, sheep, you would buy the bridge and every other bridge you had down there, and you would turn around and buy the Statue of Liberty. Oh, you got a great deal. Like, I got the bridge and the Statue of Liberty. Isn't that amazing? I own both of them. Ah, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And these are the same sheep that sat there and said, "Oh, we got the screen paint. We got the screen paint." And it's gray in both demonstrations. And then turn around, this guy makes this mess that they don't even make the mix right there on camera. They don't make it. Let me show you the results. We're going to make this amazing cake today. We're going to have all the ingredients right here. And then, wow, here's the cake right here. It's already made. Yay! Where the freak did the instruction video come from to make it? Jamie, you got time? Put that thing together and paint it down and put it up there so we can see that thing actually work. Let me go back to the sheep at the end of the day. I mean, sheep are literally the only creatures that will follow literally anyone that's in front of them. That's why you ever watch the Bugs Bunny and you see the wolf come down and he'll put the sheep's outfit on. They can sense. I mean, pretty much you can smell there's a wolf in there somewhere, because it's not the same smell as the other sheep. You pretty much can see, like, hey, what do you call it? I forgot it. Not the sheep herder, but the dog. Basically, and in the cartoon, the dog can tell. You can clearly see, like, oh yeah, that's definitely not one of mine. That's definitely a wolf. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna go and beat the crap out of this for a minute and come back over. The one with the freaking coyote or wherever it is, and the wolf and all, they're both best friends at the end of the day, and that's his job, to try to basically steal the sheep, and his job is to beat the crap out of them, but they're mostly best friends. But the funny thing about that is, like, with sheep, they just don't know. They don't smell that that's a different apex predator sitting inside that costume. They will follow that thing anywhere it goes. And that's what you are, Jamie. You are basically the herder, and they're the sheep. You can walk off the side of the cliff, and them jokers will go right with you. So let's see right here, and the many canceled demonstrations we have here. Where's it at? Is it right here? There we go.
Streams. And we're just doing this video. This is going on to the blacklist, but we want to have this short and sweet.
This is
on showing
missing
off
exposed evidence. Is this the one he basically got busted on? Yeah, here it is right here. Yep. There it is.
Title to this video, because in the original video.
Oh, we got a clear one of that one right there. That one's missing too, by the way. We can't find it. It's another one that's missing. All the Frankensteins are gone. Here we go.
playing the screen paint, talking all this craziness, but yet over here on your channel, it doesn't.
You want to see something funny, Sheep? Let me show you something. See where it says right here? It says, Crow screen paint mixes, don't believe everything you hear. And then he deletes the video. Don't get mad. Don't Sheep, don't get mad. I'm not talking about victims. Victims are a different story. We don't joke with the victims. The victims is messed up. Because those are people at the end of the day that are buying screen paints for the first time. They don't know much at the end of the day. And this is their first time buying. And Crow took advantage of them at the end of the day. Did you show them these videos? Did you show them a comparison? No, you didn't show them nothing at all, period. So again, the intentions of you basically doing this product is to sell more screen paint at the end of the day and to show that your product doesn't match house paint, which these videos are missing. But the sheep are different. The sheep, you can sit there and say, hey, look, that sky right there is blue. And it will go, no, that's purple. And they will argue you down. You can have evidence right there, hardcore evidence, and they will still sit there and say that it didn't happen. You're sheep at the end of the day. We laugh at you.
Doesn't exist. Where is it?
Look at it.
This is the only thing that's coming up, and it's still not doing you any good. It's still not helping you out because in this video, look, video unavailable. Oh, we can't make it up. We can't make it up.
Busted.
We can't make it up.
Busted.
Busted. You
Busted.
scammer.
Busted.
You're nothing more than a scammer, and yet keep getting busted.
Busted. Didn't you do this with the paint? When you call yourself making our product and you removed the video. We got the video. We removed it, got rid of the video, and then got ranked on it so badly he put it back. Yeah, that's for all the people who sat in the room running their mouths through sheep at the end of the day about how he beat the network grade 773. You sat in there and you backed him, right? That's what you did, right? You backed him. That video was there for 4 months. We watched the chatter in it. For 4 months, you backed him. And then he got rid of the video, and now what? He threw you under a bus. Sheep, let me explain something to you. I don't want to call you sheep at the end of the day, but you won't give me a choice because you do act like sheep. I'm pretty sure right next to your bed, when you look up, you have a print, a perfect poster print up of under a bus. Because you wake up to it every day. Every time you come downstairs and you look at that screen that you painted on your wall, when you go to sleep at night, you see under a bus, and when you wake up under a bus, because you got robbed at the end of the day. For the people who came in there and backed this nonsense up, he got rid of the video. Why would you get rid of the video if you made a video back in your product? Maybe it's because he found out, got out those goggle eyes and saw, oh shoot, this doesn't, yeah, he got rid of it. Because he realized it matched. And yet, we're the ones at the end of the day are the scammers today. Isn't that interesting? We're the ones who back everything up. Let me explain something to you people at the end of the day. I'm going to be in showrooms. Do you understand that? If my product doesn't work, and it only works in this area right here, then the people that are walking in at my apartment looking at this stuff, what are you going to do? Some kind of brainwashing device? Like Men in Black, I just pull out this little pen, this thing goes, whoop, goes off, and everybody's brainwashed. This is going to be in a showroom. This is going to be in people's bars and restaurants and all that good stuff. So for a person, if I'm such a scammer at the end of the day, I think that would be the one thing I don't want to do. I think I would rather stay online so I can hide it, have very little test demonstrations, can't back my products in any way whatsoever. That's where I would want to be at. Oh, that describes you guys at the end of the day, doesn't it? You can't back your products up. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Who has the Cinemax? Come on, we got one person can come here and tell me you got the Cinemax? One person. Come in and tell me. You got the Cinemax, you're proud of it. Come on, come and tell me right now. Come on, tell me. Come on. Tell me. Can't tell me nothing. That's a shame. Frankenstein, all missing videos. Can't find it. This is the only one. We have the only one. This is the only video that basically he says on camera that his product is ambient light projection. We're the only ones who has it. You can't find it anyplace else because he got rid of them. See this right here?
3 of his screen paints. Because it told.
See the color of that? That's literally the product he just made in the second video. That right there is the Frankenstein and UV mix, side by side. When I was in the kitchen, I was like, wait, I've seen this somewhere before. And yes, that is the Frankenstein. Let's do this real quick. We have an unboxing here for the no, that's something else. Where's the unboxing for? No, it's farther up. Unboxing for the 2.0. That's right there, 2.0 unboxing. Right there, there's Crow. There's your product right there, buddy. There it is right there. That's when you were using that rosewood font. Yeah, there's your product right there. We painted it out and everything. Stuff match house paint. Looks exactly like Network Gray 773. And let me see. We have right here. Let's go to, oh, this is the famous black and white paint. A lot of you who have products right now are actually matching that. Yeah, you have black and white paint. You do. How come we don't see this demonstration come back or see this post? I would love to see this one come back, to tell you the truth, or posted to the website. Anyone see this posted to the website? No? Okay, just wondering. Right there, let's move on. And it even tells you, look, right there. If those of you want the 2.0, this is why none of y'all would come into the room. Anybody with the 2.0 willing to come into the room and talk? Anybody who has the 2.0? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody gonna come with the Metallica 2.0? Anybody at all? Anybody? Well, you can make that for free right there. The ingredients is right there for you. Nope. All right. I was just wondering. We made the UV. Anybody with the UV come in? Anybody? UV mix? Anybody with the UV mix? Anybody? UV mix? All right. Just checking. We couldn't get the hybrant mix because again he canceled that order of the hybrant mix. Where are we going? Let's see. Crow. Anybody have the crystal black mix, the one on the website, the one we can't find? Anybody have that? Anybody? Okay. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I had the UV mix. Unboxing. Crow even signed it with his own personal signature right there. And that product right there is the exact same color that you just seen him make. In 2020, that's when he sent it to us right there. Right there. That is exactly the same color right there at the end of the day. See that right here? This product right here? That actually is the same color as the UV mix. Exact same color. My goodness, I swear. This is a bullseye primer. It comes in a really dark, it's called dark bullseye primer. It's the exact same color. Angry customer over here. He was mad because the UV mix basically he bought from Crow's. Crow lied. Crow went and told him that it was basically going to do a fantastic job in his basement, and the customer is very upset because the basement came out looking better than Crow's product. Here it is right there. You can read it for yourself. This is a normal wall paint already on the wall. We did not paint the wall to have a theater someday, so I was surprised to see Crow 1176 paint showing no change from the normal wall paint that we use in the entire basement. UV mix is trash. We've had it here. It is definitely trash. Here it is right here. That's the same container that I showed you. That right there is a gray primer. Because I was upstairs doing the attic and we were doing it in this gray primer. And we realized that that is the exact same color as Crow's paint right there. That's bullseye primer right there. Exact same color. Jamie, this right here will match his UV mix, and it also will match the Frankenstein with no problem. As for Danny, this is what we're putting against your charcoal gray. This right here, what about, I would say we can measure between 1 to 4. We can match your products with it. Oh, this is where we have, we got it on the kitchen wall. Here we go. That right there, that's the gray primer. That right there in the middle, if you can see it, that's your sample sheet right there in the middle. See that green tape? Do 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 do. There we drawing the screen right there, getting it ready. Just been putting your sample sheet right there in the middle with the green tape right there. That's your product right there, and that is Everyday Dark Primer. Match perfectly. So that right there, I can just go out and buy Bullseye Dark Primer, and all I would have to do is basically, if I want to change it up a bit or make it a little bit better than yours, basically it's still white levels are going to drop on it. Either way, both do the same thing. But all I would have to do is either I can take it off the shelf, it'll match both of them with no problem, or if I just wanted to get it exactly perfect, anywhere from 1 to 3. That's it. We learned that from watching your tutorial on how to make that paint. Anything from 1 to 3 pretty much works perfectly. Or we can make the UV mix another way. We can just get a reversal and just get black paint and just drop in 6 tablespoons of white paint and still get your product. There's several ways we can make it. This is not a demonstration where we're doing it multiple times. This is a demonstration. We did it in one try. That's it. You can't even see the product, can you? It's right there on the screen. Right there. So Jamie's stuff don't work, and whatever that mess, that Nor mess is. There it is right there. Can't see it, can you? But I did it perfectly. You could have literally went down instead of spending $90 for this mess. You could have literally just went down and got yourself some Bullseye primer for like $30. A gallon. Jamie, you don't mind doing this demonstration for you, would you? No, you're not going to do it. That's his product right there. Boy. Now for the fellow who basically got mad at Jamie and did, about the whole, about how he, I forgot your screens don't operate in that kind of environment. That's way too much light for your screens. But anyway, the guy who sat there and made the statement about the basement, that's not a sheep, that's a victim. That's a person who was highly upset, brought the product. Oh, by the way, Jamie, I'm gonna show you something real quick. See that demonstration over there? Over there we just showed a few minutes ago in the next room. Over there, you got that ultra short though projector sitting in that dark environment. That's on a $60 projector, 720p. That's my $60 unit. So that light that's making contact with the screen, you can't fire a projector off in that environment because your screen will wash out. It doesn't work. There you go. That's my $60 projector right there. But anyway, the darker mixes he has, the UV and all of them, yeah, you can easily match that with Bullseye Dark Gray Primer. Easy. We'll do it with no problem. Dark gray primer does the exact same thing. As in that charcoal gray, Danny, so you know from the door what's going to happen to you, I'm going to put that against your product, and I guarantee it matches. And then the rest of your products that you have will be between network gray 773, slip silver, and software gray. Though I can knock those out easy. Black versus black, that product you have right there, it doesn't even pull proper white levels. I saw that in every last demonstration. And where you had the screen sitting at, again, if you raise that thing up, it would have had all kinds of issues. The fact that it doesn't work on ultra short throws is a major, huge red flag, because that's a very easy projector to run off of. But we want to do those demonstrations. Everything that you didn't do in your test demonstrations, I'm going to do them over here on your product. Everything. Test. Get a nerve to put a test page up. Ain't nothing in there. I'm going to drop that thing at 16 feet back, drop it on Old Faithful at 1,000 lumens. I'm going to do a white level test off your screen on snowstorms. Better not come up dark, and you definitely will be doing black paint. As a matter of fact, I need to pick up the NOR for your product too. We'll put you against NOR, all kinds of black paint. Fabrics, film, black tape. Yeah, we did black tape. My chair. Yeah, not going to go well. Well, okay, so basically this mess right here, fellows, give me another video, and give me a video of you making this stuff at the end of the day. Not basically with some, whatever this mess is, we're just gonna mix it in just as we see it. But give me freaking, show me, make the paint and paint that onto the screen. I don't know who in their right mind does some half demonstration and show, here's how it's made. No one's gonna paint that to a screen. Are you crazy? How much money screens cost and what people paid for at the end of the day for their home theater setup, and you're trusting them to paint something down that they physically can't see, you take out of a can and do it yourself? No one's going to do that. That's like somebody saying, hey, here's the ingredients on how to make this cake, and voila, here it's done. No one's going to make that. Like, can you please show us a tutorial how you put all that together, how you mix all that, so we know exactly that we're doing it right when we take it out of the oven. Because again, at the end of the day, those are ingredients that people have to pay for, and no one wants to pay for something that's going to end up jacking up their setup to begin with. They're going to have to repaint and do all over again because they messed it up, especially that gritty, dirty paint that you showed here in the demonstration. What was you freaking thinking? That stuff was nasty looking. We got that video, here we go. Back to that nasty paint. This right here, this stuff was nasty looking. Oh, that was so dirty.
Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability,
I gotta meet the people painting this
signature
one.
cut quality, and
Look how
Hey guys, what is up? This is Crow.
dirty that looks.
So, today's demonstration is going to be from the free Black Edition series.
What is that?
Mix?
What
that
is
you guys could make.
That's not on my screen.
For whatever.
What is that?
It's like around $50 for you to buy the stuff that you need, the material.
It's like there's black skin or whatever coming off of it, because it's not on my screen. Look, I'm sitting there doing this. That's on his screen. What is that? Yeah, there you go. You guys, whoever painted this in, gee whiz Louise.
The paint mix, the
My goodness. I don't know which is worse. You got freaking Danny over there putting oil in his freaking paint mixes. You got freaking Danny putting half water in his containers of paint. And then you got these jokers at the end of the day. I feel sorry for you people. Look, at the end of the day, we're going offline. Definitely, at the end of the year. The website will only be set up basically for members only. That's how we're going to set it up. I'm really tired of being online, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I do appreciate my customers. I appreciate the people we work with. My customers, they're beautiful people at the end of the day. But the idiots on freaking online is freaking overwhelming. It's like literally the common sense factor is not there at all. Especially when we're picking up bull crap like this on an everyday basis. It is. I rather just basically deal with customers offline. I don't have that problem. I made $2 grand yesterday, $2,000 from that guy bringing in clients in here to look at the screen. Every time he left, he came back with somebody else that had to look at it because they didn't believe him that the screen was black. And I got people, and I don't mind them coming in because I'm not bothered by that whole COVID thing anymore. I had people coming in there. This is why I got to go pick me up now. I got to go buy a one of those credit card readers that you can put into your cell phone. I need one of those now, and I'm gonna have to get one of those Zelle machines that you basically tap your card to. I'm gonna need one in here now. The showroom's gonna make a ton of money. These people literally came in to buy product from me. Where can I get it from? Where can I buy it from? And they don't want it freaking off the website. They want it now, like in their hands now. That's what they want. How fast can you make it? Can I come by and pick it up? That's what they want. That's the demand that they want. So we get a storefront, we load this stuff into the store, people can come there and buy right there on the spot. Get it right there. Pick it up right from there. They can get a chance to see the screens in all different forms of different displays. Even we're going to put up a setup where they can come in and paint their own screen and it's showing how easy it is. Look at this. Look at the dirt in this. Look how dirty that looks. That is absolutely filthy. Why is that jersey covered in all those black specks? I'm doing this because somebody accused me in a demonstration of having dirt on my screen. No, there's no dirt on my screen. I'll show you why there's no dirt on my screen. You see all that dirt right there? Watch this. You see any dirt on my screen? No? Yeah, because I just showed a white surface. There's no dirt there. So how come when we come here, on this demonstration right here, if I can pop back over there, there's dirt. That's coming from the paint. So that's how dirty your image is going to come up. Oh, these guys are cheating y'all guys left and right. Yeah, but I'm definitely, at the end of the year, I'm definitely pulling. We're going to use solely the websites up there, but you won't be able to buy from the websites. They'll be basically locked for members only offline. Because I'm tired of it. Like I said, it's I've been on it for doing it for 12 years, and you know, we got to sit here and I got to convince people all the freaking testing, all the work we put into our products. I got to do double the amount of work when I'm online. Offline? No. I don't even have to do videos. I set up a screen, people walk in, they see it, that's it. That's right there. They take pictures and videos and they share all the information. There you go, that's it. Come out there, take my demonstrations, do them, show them the difference between the black paint, and that's it. That's it. On here, we got to do tons and 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 tons of demonstrations. And even though we show more demonstrations, and go do your research, we show more demonstrations than anybody else. We test more screens than anybody else. We still are ridiculed at the end of the day. So that's the reason why I'm going offline. If you see the product jump, it's definitely probably going to jump by a lot. I ain't saying at the end of the day, I want people thinking that, oh, we don't. I do appreciate my customers. I love my customers. But at the end of the day, I have to go where my company's going to flourish the most. And it's not doing it online. It's okay. But online, keep in mind, at the end of the day, we have to literally do so much to back our products up. Because, again, there's so much phony crap out there. And the more phony crap we got to deal with, the harder we got to work to back the stuff up. Because you got people like this at the end of the day who do not know how to make proper screen paints and cut corners every chance they get, and they do dumb stuff like this on a regular basis. Like these idiots now going and saying, oh, you got to put water in the paint. No, you don't put water or mess it up. So now we literally, in all our videos now, we got to go in and we got to change into the basic instructions for the products. Do not put water in the paint, because somebody listen to these boneheads at the end of the day, put water in the paint, weaken the product, and damage it. There you go. The knockoff projector fiascos. I can't stand those things. I hate those things more than anything in the world. I hate those things more than these guys when it comes to their screen paint. Those are the biggest scams on the face of the planet. I told you guys what's coming. I sat there and warned you and said, look, it's only a matter of time before they start making projection screens for these things and start setting them up as package deals. Perfect example, the JMGO. Or Go. When that thing came on the Kickstarter, somebody literally came in and sent me a not only an invitation, but they wanted to buy the screen paint for the product, and we had to tell them no, we don't support it. And when I came in on the Kickstarter, I said there is no way in the world this thing is doing all this. That's virtually impossible. Let's go check over and see how many people reviewed it. Everybody who reviewed it sat in a dark environment. I literally had a conversation with that fellow who does the demonstrations where the curtains are half shut. I had a conversation with him in one of the rooms over there. We're going back and forth. And he's talking about, oh, but my environments are ambient projection. Showed him a demonstration with that projector sitting up there with all that light, and that conversation ended quick. You know, do a demonstration like that and stick that projector in there. And that's the end of the conversation. Yeah, because you would lose your backing. That's why. Bunch of freaking yes men at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. So I got to deal with them freaking crappy projectors. People will buy that projector, don't read through any of the specifications. More than 8,000 charters of specifications, links, everything you could possibly think of in that website. And people will bypass it, buy the paint anyway, stick it on the projector. It will not pull up. It will not work. I don't care what you think your projector can do at the end of the day. I don't care if it has a soda machine dispenser on the side of it. It will not work on our products. People will buy it anyway because they feel their projector is like 9,000 lumens and has freaking 28 4K or some weird wacky number attached to it, and they believe in that nonsense. Oh, and you're going to see more of these machines. And it's not just people can't sit there and blame, say, oh, it's from China. No, there's a lot of American companies that have those freaking projector setups. Them things are freaking absolute nightmares at the end of the day. Yeah. At least when I'm offline, I'm away from this altogether. I can control my own destiny on where I want to go. Basically, I don't have to have that stuff in my world anymore. These fake phony projectors and people making fake screen paints at the end of the day. And then for other people are going to sit there and say with the nature saying, well, he's going offline. Dude, you know how hard it is to produce offline? Online is easier because, again, you guys can get away with all that dumb nonsense. You're not doing it offline. You're not. Sit that up in the showroom and try to do a side-by-side demonstration next to a gray screen and see what happens. Do all this stuff that you claim your product. You can't, matter of fact, half of y'all won't even be offline anyway because you can't pull up in a fully lit environment without faking the environment. And this paint is so freaking dirty. I've seen this before. I saw this when he was trying to make that invisible paint, and he had these black spots that were popping up on the back of the screen. And I'm like, what the freak is that? Did you put oil or something in this stuff? Because it didn't even mix. The black literally didn't mix with anything. Oh shoot, I'm knocking stuff over. That's what I'm wondering. I'm looking at it like, did you put some oil in it? There's some separation going on there, something. What is that? What are those little black specks all over the, what is that? What are those? What are those? What are those? Let's do a little side by side real quick. No testing, nothing. Just make stuff, throw it online. And the customer has to suffer for it. Crappy trash paint. And for any of the people that sit there and say, oh, but their product, show me a test. Because I searched, I couldn't find one test. I went through every single one bit, but one by one. I couldn't find any test. Show me a test. Because he didn't test this product. Everybody bought the Cinemax and all the other paints got ripped off. That's what happens there. You see that? That dirty, that's not supposed to be there. That's not the color of that jersey. That jersey doesn't have any form of black specks into it. This is the color of the jersey. That's the way it's supposed to look. Do you see any black specks in there? No, because that's coming from the paint that's doing that. In this demonstration, you're supposed to see the reflection of her body. Oh, let's put this over here because I got a habit of grabbing that wrong fire stick every time. There you go. You're supposed to see the reflection of her body. See how clean everything comes up? Now if you come over here, look what you get. You don't see the reflection anymore. And look at that those dirty black specks all on the screen. So that dirty, that's the paint. Something went wrong, something didn't mix, so it came up extremely, extremely dirty. Oh, it's awful. See those same dirty black specks all over the place? See that? Look at that. See that? Look how dirty that comes up. Look at her arm. Look at the helmet. Look how dirty the helmet is. This is how it's supposed to look. See the helmet? It's supposed to have a nice shine to it. It's supposed to be clean. That's what that heightener does. Cleans all that mess up. He's in there messing, making a mess. Let's go get you something else. All right, this is another perfect example right here. Let's get it where she doesn't pop the bubble. There we go. Look at the skin. Look how dirty it looks. Look, she got dropped into a volcano, literally. There's a skin tone. I don't even have to get up on the screen to show you that. You see how clean that looks? Perfect example. This is oh my goodness, this is awful. I want to get that right in there. I should slow it down, but I don't want to slow it down. Gotta time that just right with the hand. Yeah, really that fast? Okay, let's try this again. Perfect. You see that dirt all over that hand? Again. Nothing there, right? All right. Because someone accused me of my screen being dirty. Where's the dirt on my screen? Show me where the dirt's on my screen. Nothing there. This is what I mean by I gotta come in and do this extra stuff at the end of the day to warn you to stay away from individuals like this that will take your money from you. Look how dirty that image is pulling up. That is absolutely disgusting. That's going to come up on someone's screen that they sat there and spent hard money at the end of the day to actually put in their home. And that's what's going to do to their screen. Now, look at that. I come on here and I do these demonstrations because people sit there and say, oh, he does this demonstration because he hates them. Look, man, let me explain something to these jokers and then everybody else in this room. If I hated you, I have your address. There's so many ways I can handle this situation. It's not even funny. You have no idea how well this can be handled very easily. I'm not that type of person at the end of the day. I was 20 years ago when I was a young man. I was stupid and doing dumb things out in the street. I was. Now I'm an older man. I don't do that kind of dumb stuff at the end of the day. I get lawyers involved in this. We take this to court and we bring the police involved in it. That's how I do things. At 20 years ago, we would have never seen the video. There would have been no conversation. There would have been nothing. Airline tickets and front door. That's all you would have seen. That's it. But now I'm older. I've been through this. I've been through that. I've been through crap in life. I had to go pay my dues at the end of the day. I got locked up, did dumb things at the end of the day, got myself into a lot of trouble. And when I got locked up, I had to realize at that particular time in my life, I got to change my life. If I continue down this road, two things are going to happen to me. Someone's going to kill me. I'm going to kill somebody else, or I'm going to end up in this place for the rest of my life. That's what's going to happen. So I got my life together when I got out, and I had to get rid of all those people in my life that were bringing me down. I had to get rid of them. I had to move out of the neighborhood. I had to start all over again. So not that person at the end of the day. I do carry my firearm. Yes, I do. And if a person basically puts a threat toward me, my family, my friends, or anybody else, I'm going to protect them. That's what I'm going to do. But other than that, I don't have time for that crazy stuff. If I got a problem, we get lawyers and stuff involved in that, we go to court. That's what happens. But this mess right here, man, this is disgusting that you're not even, this is why we test our black products. So they don't end up with this crazy mess on them. Because again, black technology is extremely temperamental and it has to be tested because you don't know which way this stuff can go. And this is why we sit there on camera and tell you it has to be tested. It's not basically to just grind someone's screws there or whatever you want to call it at the end of the day, or what do you want to grind, eat someone's lunch or whatever you want to call it. It's basically, it needs to be tested because people now are going to paint this mess. I don't care about, I'm not losing any money at the end of the day. I'm not going broke at the end of the day. I'm not out in the street at the end. I'm not going through any of that at all, period. Everything is going quite well for me. Matter of fact, like I said, I got people now coming in and out of the apartment, which is nice because I got other people seeing the black technology besides me seeing it every single day on YouTube. So now a lot of people are interested. They want to invest money into the company because they want to be a part of it. So there's no jealousy there. It's just that I don't want to see people end up in this messy situation because that's a mess. Did you do any testing? That's why I sit there and said, if you're going to claim to have my product, you're going to have to do testing to show you have my products. Look at the dirt on the side of her face. Look at that. And did you know, when she's looking into the camera, because there's a camera, there are little rings that are supposed to be in her eyes. I guess that's from the light from the camera where they have it. I don't know too much about that, but I know they use them on cell phones to make it more brighter. But literally, you can see them right in her eyes. But you can't see them there because the product that he made is extremely dirty. And he saw this on camera. Of course he had to see this on camera. He saw this with his own bare eyes. He saw this. Did he make that statement? No. He sat up there and made it sound like it was going to work on your screen with no problem whatsoever. This will damage your screen. Just like when he sat up there and basically convinced people to buy that mix when turn around it matched the house paint. Now look at her eyes very carefully. You see those eyes right there? They're not supposed to look like that. Let me show you what the eyes look like. That's the color of her eyes. If you notice, if you look at her eyes, you see the little rings. Those are the rings from the camera. See? They're right there and there. Do you see the individual? You see the gray. Then you see the tracing around the pupil where it turns black. Then you have the inside of the, I don't know the whole thing about eyes in the day, but you can see the different layers right there. You have a trace of black, then inside you have black and it's like kind of a light gray, and then you have where the camera's picking up. You see her skin? It's not supposed to be dirty as he has it right there. It's dirty and it's all dark around the skin, and you can't even see her eyes correctly. Look at this. Big difference. Huge, massive difference. Perfect example, hot spotting. We are hot spotting. This is supposed to be yellow. See where it's yellow here? See where it's not yellow here? See, we have a little bit here because it's hot spotting. See right here, this is all hot spotting. Go back and show you a little bit more. Here we go. See that glare right there? There's a glare right here. It turns right into here because this is supposed to be red. Fades off to the yellow, hits part of the blue and comes back around. That's a hot spot. That's the color what it's supposed to look like. See where it's straight black, yellow, blue, red. You can even see the white line in between, and you got no hot spotting popping off. That looks white. And it's not, it's actually blue. I'm sorry, yellow. Look at the women here. Look how the dirty spots are showing up everywhere. Look at her face. Look at that. Look at the arms. Look at the legs. That's supposed to be clean all the way across. It's not supposed to be dirty. Supposed to be clean. Getting robbed, people. Yep. Let me show you something really interesting. A lot of people don't notice. I watch everything in every demonstration. It's always something. OLEDs I like the most because OLEDs show some very interesting stuff in their demonstrations. Do enough demonstrations, you will see it. Now, you know anything different about this man blowing fire? Just two things going on right now. What color is his shirt? You think he's wearing a shirt or just basically a black shirt? Maybe it's a black button-up tie. He has two things and three things on his body that are really interesting. Actually, there's four. What about his face? Do you see anything interesting about the face? There's a lot of stuff hidden you're not seeing. If the product is detailed, you can see it. Let's show you what you're missing. Number one, he's wearing a dragon for a brooch. Right there, a pin right there, where you see that blue is at. He has on a charcoal gray shirt, and he has on a black blazer. His glasses, you can actually see the reflection of his eyes right in here, and a little glare right about there. I'll show you. This is what you don't see. We didn't miss. I think we got it. We're on this here. See the reflection of the ball moving back and forth? Perfect example. Show you what you're missing. See, this is why I explain crystal clear. When you're watching with gray screens and white screens, there is literally so much you're missing. It's not even funny. Let me show you what you're missing. If you looked at the demonstration, see the color of his shirt? It's charcoal gray. Blazer's black. And the pin he's wearing is a dragon. See right here? You can see the reflection of his face through his glasses right here. And right there, that is basically the glare that's coming off from the fire. But you couldn't see that on the other one, could you? Because, excuse me. Whew. There it is. That sneeze. So, as you can see, you're missing so much. You know why? Because the black paint can't read a white level. That's why. Even in contrast, you have to read white. There's his brooch right there. Charcoal gray shirt, black blazer. You can even see the fade. And you can even see in his glasses where his nose is red and right there under his eye. Now what do you see? Nothing. This is why we explained to you that people who sit there and you have these projector setups, you have no idea what you're missing from your screen. And our product can't be duplicated, can't be made in no way whatsoever. Because I'm explaining something to the Jamies and Partays out there and Danny's and all of them. My technology comes from God, as I said before, many times before. And you can't take God's blessings. You will fail so many times, trying to take a blessing that God has given to his servant. You will not be able to steal or take it. This is why I sit there and invite you to make it as many times as you want. Knock yourself out. Let's see how far you go. He's not going to make it anymore. I told you he's not going to make it anymore. That's why he came and said, oh, Danny, I mean, not Danny, but whatchamacallit has this product for us to make. Did he ever make it? Did he put it together? Nope. He's not going to do that. Not ever. Because he embarrassed himself in the first and second. Not going to do it. He won't make a third. He won't make a fourth. He won't make a fifth. He won't make any of them. And even in this product, he called himself a make it. You can clearly see it's dirty, extremely dirty, and it's hot spotting like crazy. You couldn't even make out what the guy was wearing. Literally, he has a gray shirt on with a black blazer and a dragon pin right here on his shoulder. Couldn't see it because, again, the paint's too dirty. That's why. No ingredients, nothing at the bottom, period. And it tells you right there, he's saving you hundreds. Well, what are you going to do, Jamie? They make this paint, at the end of the day, they're going to basically tear up their screen. The screen's going to come up dirty, it's going to come up gritty, and it's going to hotspot like crazy. But this is a product that you call yourself making, and there were no tests, there were nothing done underneath it at all whatsoever. This is the same way he makes his products at the end of the day. There's no testing underneath of his product. They just make it, put it in a dark environment, hit it with a high-end 4K projector, and voila. They believe they made screen paint with no testing. All right, people. Well, with that being said, I got to call my friend back and schedule when we're going to be popping over to pick up this Noor paint. Let me tell you something, people, at the end of the day. It could be Noor. We have Noor. We have not Noor. We have Black Magic. We have freaking, I like the name of it. We have Black Magic. We got the, first it was supposed to be the Dynasty Black paint. Been there and done that. Been there and done it. We just really just painted a black surface and sprinkled it with glitter. No matter what black paint we choose at the end of the day, it's not going to match your product at all, period. But I would really like to see you mix that stuff together and do the paint on demonstration instead of just showing ingredients and then basically not showing anything, because how do we know what's in those containers is actually over there sitting on that screen? After what we saw in the two demonstrations of you failing and coming up gray, we need to see that stuff mixed to see how it comes out. Because as far as I'm concerned, it could just be black paint sitting up there. All right, well, with that being said, I got to go. As I said before, we are going to make final decisions at the end of the year that we will basically, we'll be having our websites will be there, but they'll require memberships, and we'll be doing our offline business only. Got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.